George Washington, in his famous farewell address of 1796, reminded us why our government and its policies were so successful. He declared,
"Of all the dispositions and habits which lead to political prosperity, religion and morality are indispensable supports."
Yet many today, including many Christians, have fallen into believing that Christians should not be involved in civil government, that there should be some sort of a compartmentalization, that our faith should be kept in one arena and real life in another, and that the two should never meet. The Bible does not teach that, and fortunately our founding fathers and early ministers did not believe that. Yet many critics today try to invoke what Jesus said in Matthew 22 as proof that Christians should not be involved. But this is a complete mischaracterization of that passage. Matthew 22:21 says that we are to render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. But do you remember why Jesus said this? He was asked whether it was right to pay taxes. Jesus picked up a coin, asked whose inscription was on it, and when they said Caesar's, Jesus replied, "Then render to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's." That is, render your due to the government and render your due to God. You have responsibilities in both areas. By the way, here in America, who is Caesar? Our Constitution says that Caesar is we the people. So are we saying that God should not be involved with Caesar, with we the people? That makes no sense. Jesus affirmed that we have responsibilities in both arenas because of our dual citizenship. We are citizens of heaven, but we're also citizens of earth, and we have duties in both arenas. But beyond the passage in Matthew 22, there are many other biblical passages where God endorses the involvement of His people in the civil arena, an institution that He Himself created and ordained. For example, notice that in Romans 13, verses 4 through 6, on 3 separate occasions, the Scripture says that those who are in civil government are, quote, ministers of God. Perhaps this is why so many ministers were involved in the civil arena during the founding era. They believed and obeyed the Bible. Consider also Hebrews 11. This is our Faith Hall of Fame. This is where the great heroes of our faith are held up to us as our examples. And we're told in Hebrews 12 that it is these heroes who are cheering us on. Yet notice that every one of the heroes of our faith listed in Hebrews 11, verses 22 through 34, was involved in civil government. Why would God hold them up to us as examples to emulate if He didn't believe it was right for His people to be involved in the civil arena?